Well, howdy y'all, it is time for some weekly updates, and today I'm going to be walking you through a midnight shoulder and arm workout. So, life updates. I've been living at my parents' house for the past few weeks. I didn't get to go home for the holidays because of work and everything that was so crazy. And it was my first time not going home for the holidays, so I'm taking the time now to visit my family and enjoy that life with them because I'm about to start locking in next month for prep, and I'm not going to be able to travel as much as I am right now. The focus the past few weeks have been to enjoy life. The first 2 weeks I was pretty good at getting the balance down that me and my coach had talked about, which was 5 days being on top of food, kind of similar to my mini cut diet if you have seen those videos, and then 2 days of not tracking anything, and it was working great. I was actually continuing to lose body fat and taking that time to enjoy life and getting drinks with friends and all that kind of stuff. It's been a really good balance that works for me. But being home is really tough for me. It brings back old triggers when it comes to binging, and my family eats. We like to eat. We are big people. There's a reason I'm a muscle mommy. Okay, it's in my bones. I was built for this. But yeah, I'm in Virginia right now, struggling with staying on track, especially not being in my own place and, controlling the food that I'm buying and the food that I'm around. My mom is one of the best cooks. Again, your girl can eat for a reason. My family loves to eat, and that's great right now, but I know once it's time to lock in, once I get back to Florida, I'm not going to be able to be indulging in some of these foods that I love to indulge in. It's just part of the sacrifice for the bigger picture. I'm going to keep talking to you guys as I take you to the gym. I'm going to put you in my front seat, and let's get to the gym because it's already midnight and I got to edit this video and post it and have it ready for tomorrow. I have like 10 hours to do so let's do it. Gonna do a little fit check. Mom got the shirt, little She-Hulk shirt, pretty sick. I got slides on and a little bandana. So yeah, let's go head out of here. I might be a little crazy for this one for taking pre-workout at midnight, but Blue Raspberry Legend, classic. We're gonna pour that up and we're gonna get out of here. It's 12:07 on the timer. I'm pissing and shitting and farting and coming, yeah. So I just got to the gym. I'm gonna take my last sippy, I'm gonna take a rippy, and then I'm gonna dippy and head to the gym, so, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do some shoulder and arm movements today. A little thick ab look, cause it's into the next day. This is a full day of food. We're racking on. We're about to hit a variety of shoulder and arm exercises, but first we're gonna foam roll. We're gonna do some dynamic movements, make sure our shoulders feel good before we get into that lift. So I'm not gonna lie to you, I thought I recorded everything with the mic. As you can see, I had everything connected like I was supposed to, but for some reason it did not include the audio, so I will be voicing over these clips, unfortunately. Anyway, I'm starting here with my teres minor major. I hit back like 3 days ago and chest 2 days ago, so as I hit these shoulders and arms, I want to really focus on some of these points that can be some of my limiters in terms of my mobility. I want to be able to get full extension of my shoulder and that little bit of movement right there that you can see. If that teres minor major is too tight, it's going to impact my ability to extend that shoulder overhead fully. So I'm just getting that teres minor major on both sides. I also ended up taking a second on this side to get a little bit of that rear delt. As you can see, I like taking time to focus on some of these points that are giving me trouble. That way, when it comes time to hitting this shoulder workout, I don't have some of these other tight muscles influencing my full range of mobility, and my ability to push within that range. After that, I went ahead and foam rolled my T-spine. Definitely got a few cracks here. I like to start with my hands overhead like I showed you, again, getting a couple of those cracks. And then I give myself a big hug, and I'm just rolling up and down. I'm going to roll from one side, emphasized, and then do that other side, kind of like in between that shoulder blade. Again, really focusing and taking time to work through some of those tight muscles. For my dynamic warm-up, I used a PVC pipe and did some arm circles, really focusing on some of those tight points. So again, I talked about hitting chest a couple days ago, so I'm taking time to really get that pec nice and loose, get that full range, again, so that it doesn't impact and limit my movement when it comes time to this shoulder and arm workout. So just giving extra love and attention to some of those tight points here. Fun fact, I moved to Florida in July from Virginia. I visited my brother in Florida for the first time, and in that same week of visiting him, I toured apartments and signed a lease, and a month later ended up moving to Florida. I rented a 15-foot U-Haul, put my cat in the front seat, and attached my car to the back, took all of my belongings to Florida, and moved in. Knew absolutely nobody in the area that I was moving to, and yeah, here I am. I'm just warming up with some shoulder presses first, nothing crazy. So first set was with 35s, then we're hitting 40s for just a quick little warm-up set, getting things activated, making sure things feel good before getting into our working sets. Today is going to be 3 working sets, nothing super crazy because this is a midnight workout. So this was for my first working set. I took 50s and it felt decent for first set. You can see like my body's warming up from that stability component and it's taking my shoulders a minute to get used to this load. But overall, solid first set. Definitely got a little struggle going on this guy. I'm expecting my second set to be better than this one. This was a good kick on that first one for getting activated. So this is set number 2, working with these 50s. Overall, just felt cleaner. I felt like I had proper activation. Was making some heinous noises. Shout out to the people in the gym that late who were just straight chillers. I felt confident and felt like I could push myself and not have to think about what everybody was doing around me. And here we go. This is last set. You can definitely see me struggle on this. I'm not trying to push overly hard, like past failure, especially on a movement like dumbbell shoulder press, which has lots of variability. And, you know, we're training in this dynamic range of motion. So you can see my shoulders are like working. I could have tried to push that rep, but it wouldn't have been worth it. Not gonna lie, I was already getting pretty pumped off of one exercise. I was like, yo, I gotta check this out. Little sneak peek here of the tricep pump. Just had to get a little peek. I got too excited before getting into the next one. So this exercise is a Y raise. I love this because you're working your lateral head of your deltoid in conjunction with your mid and low trap. So the mid and low trap are involved in that posture as well as, you know, that posture when it comes to holding a lat spread fully upright. So I really love this. This was my first set, just kind of getting things moving. Mid and low traps are one of my weak points, so I have to really make sure that I'm structuring my programming to target that weak point. So here's me with the pump cover reveal, showing a little bit of that physique. This is one exercise and one additional set in. And I got a better angle here so you can see that mid and low trap activation to really, you know, hold these shoulder blades in place as I'm extending these arms up and out to get that lateral head of the shoulder engaged. So they really do work together, especially in maintaining that posture, whether that's in your everyday life. And for me, I, again, really need to target that, or whether it's in relation to your actual posing. Look at that lateral head starting to poke out. Anyway, so this is what I mean when it comes time to posing. So for something like a lat spread, see how the lateral head of my shoulder sticks out? For a clean lat spread, that mid and low trap is going to be involved in that upright posture, so that you can really show the lats and those shoulders. So this is what this exercise looks like from the front. So you can see that lateral head engagement. Like I like how the bench helps me really keep this in that lateral head of the shoulder, because it's less of a free dynamic movement since my chest is supported. And you can see that my traps are involved in helping. So I get pretty fatigued right now, especially since my food is not fully, to plan. So I will stop, I will take a couple breaths, and then I'll keep going for these sets. So that was the second set. This is my third set for this exercise. Was really starting to get gassed, and you can see that trap and lateral head of the shoulder just really, really getting pumped here. So these are a little bit more quick reps, more just to get that last bit of oomph before moving on to the next exercise. Got in the partials that I could, but definitely got gassed pretty quickly. As you can see here, I just kind of collapsed. I was like, oh. I got what I was looking for out of this exercise, and that mid and low trap pump was nuts. After that, I went ahead to reverse flies, get that rear delt pumped. I was talking about a little tip here that my coach gave me. If you bring your bottom a little bit back so that you have a slight lean forward into the machine, it can help with that rear delt engagement. So here, I'm just like really focusing on feeling it. The thing about building muscle is it's not about how much weight you're moving, it's about how you're moving it. So I'm really locking into using my rear delt to initiate this movement and execute this movement. This highlights another one of my imbalances, so you can kind of see my right arm / shoulder sits a little bit higher than my left side. Part of that is upper trap over engagement. Just another reason to be intentional with training. Nice little pump going here on that rear delt. Up next, I went for the lateral raise machine. So you can see here, I am gassing out quick on this guy. But things felt good. Again, mid and low trap working in conjunction with the lateral head of my shoulder is the big theme of the shoulder portion of this workout. Dang, didn't realize I was double cheeked up too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I went pretty ham with these, I'm not gonna lie. So here's a lovely set of me failing. As you can see, I took a couple breaths in between here again and tried to get a little bit more, but just had nothing left, especially after those Y raises. Whew, I was donezo. Shoulders and mid and low trap pump really showed out for this one, so I had to show it off. But after that, I hit some bicep curls, and yeah, they were pretty rough, not gonna lie, especially just after everything, I was pretty gassed already. So hit bicep curls and ended up supersetting them with tricep-focused push-ups. So this was like my second set, I think, and then yeah, here are the push-ups. So just quick ones, knocking them out, getting a little tricep pump going, nothing too crazy. My coach has me incorporating more calisthenics in, and it's actually pretty cool as you're cutting because it gives you a number you can look forward to increasing as your body weight decreases. Then I hit some tricep pushdowns, again, just really focusing on that tricep engagement throughout the movement. Started out with a heavy set and lightly dropped for my next two sets. So then after I was finished with these ones, I did some single arm work. Reason I love single arm or single leg work is you're focusing on keeping strength even between both sides, and thus in terms of muscular development, we want to keep those ratios even on each side. After getting 2 sets per side, I got another shoulder press kind of movement with the cable and hammer curls, and I got some posing in. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this workout. Stay tuned for next Tuesday's video. I'm going to be re-releasing the cringiest video I've ever made and painting myself green.